1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Banjo land, Mike Hedding here, coming to you today with the old blues classic, Deep Elem Blues. We're going to be in the key of E, capo 2, playing out of the key of D. I did this lesson last week for mandolin, and I thought it'd be good to do a banjo version as well. I based my version off of a classic old Grateful Dead acoustic version that was super cool. I'm a huge Grateful Dead fan, and this is just a great old tune. It's been done by a ton of people. It's also just a great excuse to do some cool bluesy licks in the key of D. I'll break down the solo note for note and then show you a bunch of backup I do for this song. It's always good to have more backup in the key of D. And remember, for this lesson, we're just going to be in standard tuning. So I didn't modify the 5th string other than putting the capo on. We're just in standard regular banjo G tuning, and we're going to be thinking in the key of D. So just some great practice in the key of D. All right, let's jump into this lesson for Deep Elem Blues. All right, let's start breaking down this solo for Deep Elem Blues. Remember, we've got our capo on the 2nd fret. We're just in standard G tuning, though, even though we're playing out of the key of D. I always like to keep the banjo in standard tuning whenever possible, but you probably could spike up your 5th string to B if you wanted to. It wouldn't really affect the arrangement either way, but for me, I always just like to keep the banjo in standard tuning when I can. I think it makes playing backup easier. It makes going up the neck and playing little licks easier if you just keep the banjo in standard tuning. All right, let's jump into this solo. Let's play the first 9 measures, which will be like the verse part. Here we go. A few times. I'll do it really slow. One time a little faster. So we're going to use a lot of pinches in this arrangement, and I'll show you how to do it without the pinches as well. But for the pickup, we're going to start on beat 2. We're going to be kind of thinking out of this like 3-finger movable D chord. I don't have my pinky down. We're going to kind of, we're just going to leave that pinky off the high string and just keep that note open, okay? So that's all we're doing to start. So kind of think out of this shape. We're going to be kind of modulating between this shape and like a D7. Remember, this is kind of a bluesy song, so we're going to add some of those 7th notes. The other thing we're going to do is we're going to slide into the 3rd note of the scale. So if you had 1, 2, 3, in this case, the real note is G sharp, but F sharp relative to our capo. And we're going to slide into that note. We're also going to slide into the 5th. Just kind of some classic bluesy ideas. Sliding into the 3rd note of the scale is very common. Sliding from the flatted 5th to the 5th, sometimes the flatted 5th or sharp 4th is called the blues note. You can kind of hear, obviously, that has a very bluesy quality. So those are just a couple little theory things we're going to do. If you want to make a solo that you have more bluesy, you can slide into the 3rd, slide into the 5th. Very common just way to make something sound a little bluesier. Okay, so on beat 2, we're going to slide our 3rd ring finger on 3 to 4 on the 4th string. I'm going to use my thumb in my right hand. So give that enough attitude and note duration. So it's 2 and. And then I'm going to put my 1st finger down on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. You can take your 3rd finger off. And then I'm going to move my 3rd finger to the 4th fret of the 4th string. Or 3rd string, excuse me, 3rd string. So you have. So I'm doing thumb and then index, middle, pinch twice. You could also do thumb, middle, pinch. But for me, it just feels easier to do index and middle. That's what I like to do. So we have 2 and 3, 4 is how you count that. 1. So 1, 2, and 3, 4. And then we're going to play our opening melody line. We're going to take our second finger, our middle finger, and put it on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, and we're going to do these little walk down. I'll play it first with the pinches as written. And then down to the 1st fret, then open, and then we're going to go down to the 2nd fret. So what you kind of want to hear is kind of walking down like a Mixolydian scale. You don't have to remember that, but basically, instead of using the major 7 note, which is a little happier, we're going to use the flatted 7. That's where the D7 comes in. So that's a little walk down, and I just added pinches. But you could also do it with just the 2nd string if you wanted to too. So then that's what we're doing there. So, and then we're going to play a little lick for measure 3, 2nd fret, 3rd string with your index finger. Play thumb, middle, and then basically walk that pickup back up. 3, 4 slide on the 4th string, thumb, middle, and then 4th fret. So you have, which is just like a modification of measure 1, really. It's the same melody. So let's play those first couple. We have. You could even just loop measures 2 and 3 if you wanted just a little practice to get that melody down. Do it really slow. Make sure you give that slide some attitude, like I said. And then we play that melody again. Down to the 2nd fret, and then you could play measure 3 again, but I just wanted to give you a little variation. We're going to do like a little single string lick. Open on the 4th string, and then 3rd fret, 4th fret, 2nd fret on the 3rd string, 4th fret. I'm doing all thumb index there. That way we just, instead of sliding through that note, we just picked the notes. So we have. Measure 5, so that's good picking practice with your right hand. I like keeping my 1st finger down, my index finger. It kind of gives you a little extra support there. Let's play 4 and 5 together. We have. Too hard. I wanted to stay pretty close to the melody, you know, just adding some pinches, adding a little rhythm. We're not getting super fancy there. And then measure 6, we're back to our opening melody line, but this time since we've already done the pinches twice, I just wanted to do a little bit more of a roll. So we're just going to play like a syncopated roll. Bring your thumb of your right hand up and play the 3rd fret on the 2nd string. And then open, and then middle finger 1st string, and then like a roll, 4, 2, 1, go down to the 1st fret, and then 4th string again, and then pinch, open. So that's a perfect example of how we substituted, instead of using like the 5th string, like you might in a song in G, we're going to use the open 4th string, which is a D note. See how we compare that to just the simple square pinches. See how it's more syncopated? We're going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So that 1st fret comes on an and beat rather than an on beat. So instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, now we're going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So we just syncopated it, right, and just spiced it up. You could also play measure 6 for any of the other pinching measures if you didn't like that. So you could go. just substituting, like measure 2, 4, and 6 are all implying the same melody. So basically any of those you could substitute. You know, if you like the more rolling version, if you wanted to stick with just the pinches the whole time, totally up to you there. So that's what we're doing there. And then we're going to get a little bit away from the melody and just play like a lick. Go into your D7, so 2nd fret on the 3rd string, 1st fret, 2nd string, and do an open 2 hammer-on while doing a forward roll. So 2 forward rolls, 3, 2, 1. And then use your ring finger down on the 3rd fret of the 4th string, and then open 1st string, just like a lick. And then another bluesy lick, let me play it. So again, we're hammering on through that bluesy note, and then pinching like a D7, and then 1 open pull off on the 3rd string, and then a 3/4 slide, and then open to end it. I like pulling down toward my palm for that pull off. And then, again, get some attitude on that slide. So let's play 7 and 8 together. We have... Do it really slow. Make sure you don't slide too quick in measure 9. You know, 4 and 1. And then we're just going to do a little backwards roll, open 1st string, 2nd fret 3rd string, and then 3rd fret 4th string, and then 4th fret, which is going to walk up into an open G. So we have, hear that? So we're just walking that note up either the 5th fret or open 3rd string, same note if you're in tune. So that'd be going into the chorus, the "Oh Sweet Mama, Your Daddy's Got Them Deep Elem Blues" part, right? So let's play those first 9 measures, not too hard. A little faster.